The IQON AG60 is a frame that was designed by Justin Thursday, and today we are going to review it. Good. Hola YouTube, my name is Ricardo and I'm a wheel addict.
In this little section of the prom.
Okay, so I just came from a skate session. My knee ain't good. It's been like a week or so that I was trying to do a trick at the park and I landed with my knee somehow like a UFO or like a magic slide, like leaning in a little bit. Nothing serious, but I felt like a little tweak. And ever since, it's been hurting me, and every now and then I kind of like lose the strength on my knee. I never really had like big knee problems or anything like that. Every now and then I have a little bit of pain. So it may be time for me to rest. But anyway, let's get into this. So this is the new IQON AG60 frame. I've tried something similar to this in shape when 50/50 released their core frame. What was the name of the core frame? I don't remember the name. It's not the core frame. I don't remember. The one that has the aluminum frame inside the frame, and then you could 3D print the Justin Thursday walls. So when I got the frame from 50/50, I also got these walls, and they were amazing, but they were 3D printed. They would obviously not last as long. I enjoyed them at the time, but this is different. And let me tell you why I think this is different. Starting with the material. This is the material used by Kaiser, that Kaiser call it the superfluid. It's somehow some infused carbon with a regular plastic that it's used. And it's extremely fast and extremely stiff. So stiff that it took me about 2 hours to put the middle wheels. I've heard of other people online complaining about how hard it would be to put the middle wheels. And I can tell you that when I was putting these, halfway through these, I just sent an email to the guys at IQON and to Matthias. I don't know what you guys have done here, but I was never as frustrated with the product at first. I ended up finding a way to do it by using an axle from a free skate. Basically what was happening is I couldn't center the spacer that you have between the bearings. I don't know if the walls are a little bit shifted or whatever, that the spacer ends up being pushed to one side, but I really couldn't center it. My only way to do it was having one of those free skate axles, trying to center it and then hit it with a hammer, and then with pressure I could put it on, take it off, and then put the real spacer. And then I just realized that I put the wheels without the frame being attached to the boot. And on this frame, you always need to take the middle wheels because it was a flat configuration. You always need to take the middle wheels to be able to screw it to the boot. So then I took it, and then on the second time, I don't know if it was because I had the technique already, but it was faster. But it was still not the easiest. Huh? I've changed this frame already like a couple of times now. It's like 3-4 times, or at least I took the wheels off. And it's still not as easy as it would be on a normal frame. I don't know if this is something to do with the tolerances of the material, because I know that sometimes there's some stuff that it's put on the plastic, and it doesn't always shrink the same way. Like imagine, I don't know if by putting the carbon it shrinks in a different way and it make it like tighter. I don't know if it's the same with the white ones as it is with the black ones, but I know with these black ones it was extremely hard. And now going to the frame and talking about some unique features. One of them is you can see there's like a copper, bronze, whatever color inside. This is really cool. They made like a cutout on the frame, and then there's a little piece of aluminum that you can put with different colors. You can even paint over, or you put a sticker to have it in your own color. I think it's a really cool detail to add some color or some uniqueness to your setup. I really like it. I used it with the copper or with the bronze that goes with the rest of the boot. I haven't been using this boot as much. This is the IQON AG60. It's an extremely expensive boot, especially with this frame and all that. So I'm even using the Intuition Premium liners. This skate right now, it just feels so good. But let me go back to the frame and I'll speak about that in a minute. Something that I also really enjoyed, and I think it's quite unique, is how these parts here are like kind of like shaved, kind of like, you know, when you try a new frame, that happens a lot with the Kaiser frames, and they're very square here on top, and the first couple of times that you turn, the walls of the frame touch and you slide out. Well, that doesn't happen with this. So it kind of feels like you buy a frame, but the first day you skate it, it feels like you've been skating it already for a bit. But when it comes to grinding, it doesn't feel like a whole frame. You still need to break in the groove a little bit, but it doesn't feel like a whole frame that it's already too vicious in a certain way. You know, you can still break it in your own way with your own groove, even if already has this shaved area. I really like the groove, to be fully honest. I was using the 60mm shed Ornish wheels, and this is not a wheel review, but dude, I've been skating it for like 3 weeks and they're still in really good condition. Been skating it mainly park, but I also skated it in this place that I have in town that it's not the best floor, and I've took wheels to that side that didn't last as long. So the wheels were good, but what I mean by this is like, this is 60mm wheels with a round profile, and I didn't felt a lot of wheel bite. I was basically able to do most of the stuff that most of it I can't do on a flat frame. Like torques, I was able to do front torques. Nothing big today. In fact, that was by doing a switch torque that I got hurt on my knee. But the day that I first tested it, I was getting really close to do a switch through misfit that I never done in my life, not even with the anti-rocker setup, and I was trying it with the flat setups. So that says a lot how comfortable I felt with these in terms of grinding. In terms of the way that it skates, I can tell you that I really love the 1mm rocker ring, because I was feeling like you could do some moves that are not as common to do with aggressive skates, especially when you have new wheels. Like if you have like a pair of ANs or a pair of like any other flat setup, but you've been skating it for a while, after a while you feel like they're rockered, like slightly rockered. With these, straight out of the box, they're gonna feel like that, because you can have like a 1mm rocker or you can have it flat. I skated them with a 1mm rocker ring and I really enjoy it. I really did. I like how fast the soles are, obviously because of the material, but also because there's only this tiny bit here. This line here is the only thing touching when you're doing grinds. By having this shaved area, it's reducing the area, the sole area, but also this lower part is also trimmed in. So there's only this line that touches when you do soles. This boot is not the fastest because these soles are not the fastest soles on the market. But even like that, I was able to do most of the stuff. Like the edge block tricks, you could feel how fast they were. If you were doing topside tricks, you could feel how fast they were. Sometimes while doing soles or alley-oop soles or something like that, then you would feel a bit slower, but there's nothing to do with the frame. It's mainly the sole plate, which is still awesome. I wouldn't complain that much about it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I was a bit confused by the shape that they used. These cues being like a bit of a square. It is what it is. I enjoy it. A little bit different. You can choose the the cue to go in whatever direction you want. And by doing that, and by doing that, you can actually rocker them or not, especially in the middle. Is that it? I think that's how you rocker them in the middle, to be fully honest. I don't really know. As a frame, there's not a lot more that I can say about it. It's like you can see that this middle area comes like lower to the ground, so it goes a bit like a banana, but that doesn't mean the wheels go like that. It's basically the way that Justin used to beef this middle area a bit more to protect from wheel bite. So really, really nice. I really enjoy it. Am I gonna be skating these all the time? This could be it. This could be one of those frames that I can see myself skating more often. I mainly skated them on the IQON boots, as I said, but I actually want to try them also on the blank boot. I think this is going to work really well on the blank boot. Maybe not as well, because once the frame goes in, this shaved angle may be a bit too much for the other boot, because then the wheels will be more exposed once the frame goes in a bit more. But that needs a little bit of testing, and in case it doesn't work with the 60 millimeters on the blanks, I can always go 58, or I can even try 56s or 57s, like a little bit of a smaller wheel. I also want to try these frames in the future with a pointier wheel, which I believe that is going to give me even less wheel bite. But as a flat frame right now, I would say it's one of the best. For me, I would put it on par with the Entente frame, with the Diridare frame, and also with the T-neck frame. Those are basically my two flat favorite frames. Then I also really like the Blanks TB64, but I would put it on a different type of frame, because you can use it with bigger wheels than these. These are like for 60 millimeters. So yeah, it felt stiff, it felt responsive. With this boot worked really well, and that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The video ended up being a bit different from what I wanted to do, but I came to the park to film and I ended up forgetting my camera, so this is all being done with the phone. I hope you like it. Let me know if the quality of the video is still okay-ish. I'm not planning on doing all my videos with the phone, but every now and then this may happen, and if it happens, at least I want to know that you guys are okay with that. And if you enjoyed this video, I hope you subscribe to the channel. I have been realizing that more than 80% of the people that watches the videos are not subscribing. That means, like, right now I got like 125,000 subscribers, and if you multiply that by 5, that's how many people are out there interested in skating, which is insane. So yeah, if you're not subscribing, make sure you do. If you want to support what I do here, you can always become a patron. That's how many people are out there interested in skating, which is insane. Do a lot of exclusive content, including other videos that I've already done when I got these and testing them before this. I've been skating it, as I said, for 3 weeks, and now I'm finally happy to do this review. And that's it. I hope you enjoy it once more, and don't forget why we all started skating. As I always say, we all started skating because it's fun. Cheers! I hope you like it. Let me know if the quality of the video is still okay-ish. I'm not planning on doing all my videos with the phone, but every now and then this may happen, and if it happens, at least I want to know that you guys are okay with that. And if you enjoyed this video, I hope you subscribe to the channel. I have been realizing that more than 80% of the people that watches the videos are not subscribing. That means, like, right now I got like 125,000 subscribers. Yeah, if you're not subscribing, make sure you do. If you want to support what I do here, you can always become a patron. I do a lot of exclusive content, including other videos that I've already done when I got these and testing them before this. I've been skating it, as I said, for 3 weeks, and now I'm finally happy to do this review. And that's it. I hope you enjoy it once more, and don't forget why we all started skating. As I always say, we all started skating because it's fun. Cheers, and see you soon.